Hello everyone, this is Ahmed Kallaway, student from grade 12D, Sharjah American International School, Sharjah branch. Today, me and my group will be doing a presentation on how to turn a Raspberry Pi 2 to a gaming emulation console. This project was supervised by Mr. Shady Elkassas, physics teacher and head of science department. First of all, the Raspberry Pi is a credit card-sized computer that plugs into a computer monitor or TV. It uses a standard keyboard and mouse, and it's capable of doing everything you'd expect a desktop computer or a laptop to do. Whether it's browsing the internet or watching videos to making spreadsheets, word processing and playing games. The Raspberry Pi 2B model features 4 USB ports, Ethernet cable, audio port, HDMI port for the display, and the micro USB port for the power. And also it contains a slot for a micro SD card. The requirements you'll need for this in order to make your Raspberry Pi a gaming emulation console. First you'll need the micro USB cable for the power. You'll need a controller. It needs to be Xbox One or a PlayStation 4 controller. And of course, you'll always need a keyboard and a mouse for any Raspberry Pi and HDMI cable for the
Hello,
display.
I'm Omar fawzy, and I'll be carrying on from where my friend left off. Once you have all the necessary equipment, you'll need to download the following softwares in order to start the emulation. To begin with, one of the convenient things about the RetroPie program is that it doesn't require an operating system, which means you can download it to your Raspberry Pi and you're good to go. You can directly download it from the main website. Now, when you download the RetroPie program, it will be in a WinRAR format. You have to press extract here, and once you do so, you'll have a file in this format. Now, carrying on, after you download the program, you will need to write it to your SD card in order to execute it from your Raspberry Pi. But first, you will need to format your SD card. You can use the program SD Formatter to do that. Now, when you press on it, you go to Options, you go to Format Type, you press Full Overwrite, and you press OK, and you format. Now, after that, you will use the program Windows 32 Disk Imager to transfer the RetroPie program to your SD card. Now you locate the RetroPie program. You open it, and then you write it. After that, you're good to go. Now, once we have all the equipment ready, then we've installed all the programs, we're going to proceed and see what happens. First, we're going to connect the power supply to the Raspberry Pi. Then the HDMI cable for the display. The USB for the mouse. The USB for the keyboard, and the USB for the controller. Finally, and the most important part, the SD card, which contains the RetroPie program. Now, once we have connected all the parts, we're going to start the Raspberry Pi. Now, as you can see, it doesn't require an operating system, and the RetroPie launches directly. Now we're going to wait for the RetroPie to boot. Now you can see the logo. Now we're going to go to the ports, and I'm going to try our games. I'm going to try Doom first, using the controller. As you can see, it's running smoothly, with no problems. As you see, I've just killed my first alien. Now that you've seen how the game works, we're going to quit. And we're going to try another game using a keyboard. Super Mario War.
Hello, this is Nabil ELsrouji, and I'll be discussing how to send RetroPie supported game files, also known as ROM files, to your Raspberry Pi. First, you will need to get hold of your own ROM file. In this case, I have a GBA file. Once you have your ROM ready, you will need to connect your Raspberry Pi to your router, which is the Ethernet right here. It's been connected. While it's connected, you need to exit the emulation station and write ifconfig. Ifconfig. You click enter. And then this list will appear. Write down the number next to the iNet address, which is this one, your iNet address. Go back to your laptop and go to My Computer and write the following for your iNet address. And I click enter. Once you have your file open, you go to ROMs. My file name is GBA. You go to GBA, and you drag your file to GBA. Once it finishes, we are going to see the file we just transferred in the Raspberry Pi. As I open my Raspberry Pi, we're going to see the file that I just transferred. The file appears right here, the one that I put. It's a game called Mega Man. Click enter. The game seems to be working well. New game. And the game is working well. Thank you for your time.